My name is Gloria Bayer. I am from Wichita. I will be receiving my bachelor's degree in psychology. It is with humility and gratitude that I acknowledge the impact that Newman University has had upon my life. Tomorrow, being an undergraduate student will end. The next phase of my journey will take me on to the Newman's Master's Program of Social Work. Although my introduction to Newman started many years ago, graciously funded through tuition reimbursement from Boeing, I took early retirement and ceased a business degree completion. Fast forward, I became involved with NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It was at a NAMI meeting in 2009 that I received a flash of returning to school, becoming a social worker, and making a difference in the lives of many. My Lord has continually opened doors for me since that day. Sister Joanne Mark was in when I stopped by. Financial aid proposed a workable package, and Dr. Merrifield took time to advise me. Thus, I began the 37 needed hours to graduate with a bachelor's degree in psychology. Today, this campus feels like home, or a small city, or a large neighborhood. Professors and administration alike strive to produce ethical, integrity-minded, conscientious graduates who will go out into the world and proudly represent the character and mission of Newman University. The college facilities are beautiful, comfortable, and lend themselves to study. Accolades go to Drs. Charles Merrifield, Greg Smith, John McCormick, and Duncan Rose as professors who have a special place in my heart for their service. And Dr. Steve Poulter holds my highest esteem for going out of his way to make sure that even with an eye challenge, avenues have been provided to make my college experience the best, and I graduate tomorrow magna cum laude. I am sure there are other institutions of treasure and worth, but in my mind, Newman University tops them all. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Grace Blum, and I will be graduating tomorrow with a master's degree in theological studies. In sharing my journey at Newman, I can't help but go back to that first day of orientation inside the Matthias Hall. I entered the building and could feel the excitement and nervousness of myself and others. I knew some of the individuals present and others I did not know. Father Joseph Guile welcomed us and made us feel right at home. I was a retired USD 259 educator, and all of a sudden, I found myself back in education, back in a university, back a student. It was exhilarating. It is hard to believe that 2 years have passed since that special orientation. The graduate degree program in theology at Newman has been rigorous, most entertaining, spiritual, frustrating, and I do not regret 1 minute of it, not even technology glitches. It was hard to envision how a theology program that would spend so much time communicating through technology would come to feel camaraderie. But let me assure you, we do. We are the first graduating theology master's degree class at Newman University. Watch out, world, because here we come. I want to thank Bishop John B. Brungard from the Diocese of Dodge City for believing in me and recommending me to this program. My gratitude to Father Joseph Guile and the team of theology professors at Newman University for an extraordinary and enlightening 2 years. Thank you to Christ the King Parish and Pastor Father Matthew Marney for their support, and to my family and friends for their love and caring. Last but not least, to Bishop Michael O. Jacobs for his vision. May all who graduate from the Master's in Theology program at Newman for years to come put a gleam in your eyes and a smile on your face by fulfilling your vision of bringing our faith to many. May God bless.
Good evening, Professor, staff, family, and friends. My name is Phi. My family came to the United States from Vietnam in March 7, 1986. English is a difficult language for me to learn, even though I have studied English in Vietnam since I entered 6th grade. I have never thought that I would go back to school and make my dream come true as a teacher. As I am standing tonight to share with all of you that I have had wonderful time and joy in studying at Newman University, because the professors at Newman are always looking for the new methods to increase the value of our education. I am honored to appreciate Dr. Marvin, Dr. Roger, Sister Susan, and the other instructors who were always there for me to encourage and find a different approach to help me be successful in making my dream come true as a teacher today. I'm truly grateful for the Newman University English the Second Language program because they provide numerous high-standard teachers. They teach me how to become an effective teacher in America, teaching students who come from different countries as I received the Derby New Teacher Excellence of the Year in 2009-2010. Lastly, I'm grateful, appreciate Dr. Glynn, Dr. Dunn, Dr. Roger, who taught me to increase my knowledge in high learning and education. Because of their dedication and instructional, I am receiving my master's degree today. Thank you very much to all faculty and staff at Newman University for the wonderful time of learning.
Good evening, my name is Julie Schmeidler, and as I speak before you today, I am mere hours away from receiving my Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education along with a music minor. 4 short years ago, I vaguely recall hearing the now familiar Newman University mission at orientation, the one that talks about empowering graduates to transform society. When you're a freshman, or young and dumb as our former chaplain ever so eloquently stated it, graduation seems decades away, so I figured I had a while before I'd be expected to take on such a daunting task. Roughly 2 years later, I found myself entering an education program whose mission also included transforming society. The levels of transformation progressed from self to schools and finally to society. So there I was, faced with the issue of transforming myself. Did I need to buy a self-help book? Perhaps Transforming Self for Dummies or 1,000 Ways to Be Awesome. How blind I was to not recognize the Holy Spirit at work in my life and how I was already on the path of transforming myself. I had been led to this fine university, which employed what I consider overqualified faculty who provided me so many opportunities. I'd especially like to thank Deanne Zolgerman and Carol Pracht for their dedication to the music program, without which I wouldn't have been able to sing at Carnegie Hall twice and receive a standing ovation each time. I'd also like to thank Dr. Karen Rogers and Dr. Stephen E. Dunn for the consistent models they have been of what education should look like, putting students first and foremost. Finally, I would be remiss if I didn't comment on the role that the campus ministry department has played in my personal transformation, largely in part to the chaplains I am blessed to be able to call dear friends, Father Joseph Tatro and Father Michael Simone. There are simply no words to describe how humbled I am to have had them included in my journey. Each and every person, professor, staff member, chaplain, family, and friends that have become family, that I have been fortunate enough to have in my life has impacted me in some way and challenged me to transform. Being the musical nerd that I am, the quote from the musical Wicked seems appropriate. I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. I have been changed for the better, and I have been changed for good. Although this personal growth has been painful at times, the rewards have totally been worth it. As I look forward to the uncertainty of what this next chapter of life brings, I realize there is some certainty. I will be able to transform schools and society after graduation. And so I leave you with this food for thought, a quote from Blessed John Henry Newman, our namesake. To live is to change, to be perfect is to have changed often.